My wife's cancer recovery led her to wanting a hall pass, a choice that threw our 20-year marriage into turmoil. My wife and I have been married since 2001, and we've been together since 1999. She's always been really smart, kind, and beautiful. Earlier this year, she was diagnosed with uterine cancer. It was caught early, and she had a hysterectomy, making a full recovery. I took time off work to help her, and we thought we were past the worst of it. After her recovery, she decided she wanted to live life more fully. We took trips to Europe and Belize, with plans for more to the UK and Spain. She picked up yoga, swimming, and healthy cooking as new hobbies. I was all for it, thinking it was great for her to embrace life after such a scare. But then, she came home from work one day with a request that threw me completely off balance. She wanted a hall pass, a one-time pass to be intimate with someone else. She said that since her cancer diagnosis, her view on life had changed. She didn't want to feel restricted. She admitted there was a guy at work she was attracted to, who was about to leave the company, and this was her chance to act on those feelings without seeing him again. I was shocked. I told her that while I appreciated her being open with me, I couldn't agree to such a thing. She responded by saying she would be disappointed if I said no, suggesting it would be a sign of my insecurity or toxic masculinity. The next morning, she took the decision out of my hands. She had booked a hotel near where her coworkers were having a farewell party for this guy, planning to spend the night with him. She told me she hoped I'd still be home when she returned, but wouldn't discuss it further until after it happened. I was in a tough spot. On one hand, I tried to understand where she was coming from after facing cancer. On the other, I felt betrayed and hurt. I didn't know details about this man because she thought it would be too hard for me to handle. Update, 4 days later. She went ahead with it. I felt disgusted, not just with the act, but with the person she chose. I couldn't live with her anymore after that. I moved her things out of our bedroom, secured the master bedroom for myself, and told her to find somewhere else to live. I also started the process of divorce by talking to a lawyer. When she came back, I was silent. I couldn't face discussing it. She tried calling numerous times, but I blocked her. The next day, she wanted to talk about going back to normal, but I made it clear that was impossible. Update, 1 month later. Things got chaotic. Her friends and my mother-in-law confronted me, saying I didn't understand what she'd been through. I retorted that I had no say in her actions, so they shouldn't have a say in my decisions about our marriage. My wife said she regretted it, but didn't show genuine remorse. She explained that the cancer made her want something for herself, an escape, and this guy was just someone who had always been interested in her. I told her that after 20 years, her lack of respect for me was astonishing. I served her with divorce papers and asked her to leave, highlighting that our house was my premarital asset. She moved in with her mom, but kept trying to negotiate, even suggesting we try an open relationship or threesomes, which I rejected. Telling our daughter about the divorce was incredibly hard. At first, she hoped we could reconcile, but she's since grown more critical of her mother's choices. Update 3 to 1 month later. We're now in the legal separation phase, which lasts a year here before we can finalize the divorce. My wife has offered me anything I want in the divorce if I'd agree to counseling, but I'm not interested. She has no claim to the house, and while she might seek part of my pension, I believe her living rent-free for over 20 years and her own inheritance should balance that out. My daughter has distanced herself from her mother. The social dynamics changed. The husbands of my wife's friends were upset about their involvement in this, causing some fallout. I've decided not to date for a while, and I doubt I'll ever marry again. This experience has been a big reminder of how life-changing events can change people in unexpected ways, challenging even the strongest bonds.